Hey guys, we just got in more new weapon samples that we need to check out.
But before we begin, if you could just like this video and subscribe to our channel, that would be awesome.
So last week we went through a whole bunch of different weapon samples, and the coolest one was those Dark Assassin arm blades.
I
right?
loved them. They were pretty sweet.
They were pretty awesome. So I'm excited to see what we have this week. We have all these weapon samples to go through, so I'll just grab the very first one.
Perfect.
All right, and here is the first one.
All right, am I supposed to guess?
No, this is called the Self-Defense Umbrella, and I've been looking at it in that box for a while now, and I've been curious what it is.
It's pretty cool. It's got a sheath on it here.
Okay, so it's got a little shoulder strap.
I'm already carrying it around. I'll take that.
Perfect, perfect.
Got a little shoulder strap, already carrying it around.
Okay.
I'll pull this guy off.
And I guess the deal with this is that it can handle 200 pounds of force against it. So you could strike with it.
Yeah.
In the video, I believe they showed there was a guy standing on it who was like 200 pounds.
Okay.
So I guess it can withstand quite a bit of pressure.
All right.
We're going to have to test it out a little bit just to see what it can do.
I'm willing to help with that.
Okay, so
in the meantime, what do we got going on here?
First off, it looks like we have, this looks like that fiberglass reinforced nylon, doesn't it?
Which I love, yep.
Yeah, so this is going to be really sturdy in itself. So we've got a nice handle there. It's got some grooves in there for added grip.
Yep.
It's also got a little hand guard there, which is nice. The pommels, pretty solid there too.
It's all black. I love the all black.
We've got a tip up here, looks like it's rubberized.
Does that come off?
Ooh, yeah, it looks like that just might be a little safety tip or something. Ah.
Oh. Well,
Sharp
Amanda,
spike
look at that
on
guy.
there.
Dang.
Is that a glass breaker, you think?
That is a glass breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And that's got to be steel up there, right? Is that steel?
Steel or some kind of, maybe a tungsten. That's on color.
Okay, that does look like it could be a tungsten for sure. All right, let's check out. I'm going to throw this back on there real quick.
We don't need to break any glass.
We don't need to break any glass today. All right, so let's open this guy up, and it looks like we've got a button here. So, okay. And this just feels like standard nylon, right? Or maybe a polyester material.
Normal umbrella material.
Yeah, I don't think that's like bulletproof or anything, which would be so cool if it was. But look at this. Look at this. Okay, so the shaft of this thing, that's carbon fiber, right?
Okay, yeah.
So that's why it's so strong.
And then, look, yeah, you can see that texture in there. That's cool. Nice.
So that should be able to hold up to quite a bit of abuse. And then these guys would be what I'd be concerned about. Are these guys going to bend if we strike something with it?
Oh, those are like carbon fiber too.
Okay. So this thing's fairly
because
durable.
they're not metal. That's a cool.
It doesn't look like it's got any sort of hook up there, but it's solid. It feels nice and solid. So I think this thing's going to definitely protect you from the rain.
Definitely from the rain, and
but to protect us from attackers would be even cooler. Oh, I like how that just snapped in.
Okay, cool.
Just snapped in, so you push the button, comes out, opens up. That's pretty nice.
It's pretty
like
sturdy.
it.
It's not a $5 drugstore job. This is a pretty sturdy one.
Okay, so I want to test this thing out a little bit. I'm going to hook this guy around, re-snap it, and let's just play this out like it's a real situation. Okay. All right. So
give me your money.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. You're holding the umbrella.
Okay, I'm the defender.
I'm gonna come up at you.
Okay.
And
in the face.
No, let's actually, you know what, this sounds really scary. Instead of playing it out like that, I'm just going to back like this, and I want you to strike me up against the back.
Like
do
here?
it lightly first, a little bit lower. Don't break my neck. Okay,
like that?
Okay, yeah, so strike me hard right there.
Okay.
Holy crap. That was extremely painful.
Kyle, I got a little girl swing. What are you talking about?
That still was extremely painful. It was like the slap mixed in. I guarantee I'm going to have some pretty big bruises tonight.
But let's check and see if we've got anything going on.
Yeah, any damage to it at all?
No.
No.
This is a combat umbrella.
Yeah.
This is for wartime.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I like the spike up there. I also like the fact that we can just cover that up.
Yeah.
Because I really don't want a spike out there unless it's absolutely necessary.
And the glass breaker on this, is this for getting out of cars or into them?
Well, that is a very good question. Let's say they're getting out of cars.
Let's say they're getting out of cars. Depends on what side of the glass you're on. That's what it depends on.
Exactly. I'm digging it. I'm actually really digging it.
I'm digging it. I think I like this one better than the sword one.
I mean, even if you just, I agree. I agree with you 100% there. You know, even if you just need a good umbrella, this is a good, sturdy, solid umbrella.
It's a 100% win on the umbrella and a pretty little win on the weapon side too.
Absolutely.
It's reinforced. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anything else we want to say about this guy?
I don't think so.
Okay.
What do we got next?
All right.
I'm excited. If this is a beat Kyle up day, I'm into it.
Oh, I hope that's not what today is. Okay, let's grab this guy.
Okay.
Okay, he's right on top.
All right.
And that is the Black Ops Tactical Knife.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I actually reviewed that for Karate Mart
Have you?
years ago.
I love a tactical knife. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that is a nice knife. I remember really liking that on the Karate Mart channel.
These clips are my favorite.
Yeah,
I love these little clips on these things.
I like it because it's adjustable, so you can adjust it to your belt size.
The belt width and the position, so you can go this way, however you want to do it, with either side.
And then the other thing I'm liking about this too is this is actually a Kydex sheath, unlike in the last few weeks we've only been showing thermoplastic for the most part. But yeah, this is a nice Kydex. You can tell by the texture on there. You can tell by how rigid it is. So that's really nice. There's a D-guard on this thing. I typically love D-guards. Ooh, that's pretty nice. This D-guard is all right.
Okay.
I like it in the sense that we have some survival materials here. We have some paracord here if we need it. But I don't like how loud that is. Like, I like a nice stealthy knife, so I don't really like how loud that is. But for survival purposes, that's awesome.
And you're giving up a little bit of stealth, but you're also getting these little U-hooks, which if you're going to combine them with the paracord, you could do, I can think of 10 things right now.
Yeah, so these U-hooks, oh yeah, they just come off.
Yeah.
So I can just unscrew that, and then let's see how easily they come off. Oh yeah, super easy. So you can just take this guy off really easily. So I guess if I were to buy this knife, I would take it off if I was going to use it for tactical purposes. I would leave it on if I was going to use it for survival purposes.
And if you were going to make some kind of a snare or a catch or something, you'd have those little hooks to use. That's cool.
I mean, this wound amount of paracord, that's actually quite a bit of paracord right there. How much, what would you say, about 15 feet?
I'm going to say, yeah.
Probably around 15 feet.
Right in that zone.
So that's nice. I do like that. Definitely a G10 handle on here, which with really good texture grip on there. Fairly ergonomic too, so that feels comfortable in my hand. We've got some jimping up top up here, so that's nice for control. The blade. I like this blade shape. What kind of blade shape is that?
That is a Tonto tip. I know it. I'm an expert. But
very close. Okay, so that is.
You got the little.
Yeah, so that is a Tonto style blade, but this is what is referred to as a modified Tonto style blade because the tip's just a little bit different here.
A little nicked off the top point
A little nicked off the top point. Up here, this is a false edge or a swedge, which sometimes I like to sharpen them up a little bit. But if you do that, check your local laws just because there are a lot of laws there.
The double-bladed is...
The double-bladed can be a thing.
Yep.
Yeah. But I do like how this is modified because that gives you a little bit of a sharper point to stab with, which is kind of nice.
How's the sharpness on the edge generally?
Oh, super sharp. Extremely sharp. So the blade is made from an 8CR13 MOV steel. So 8CR13 MOV is one of those steels that a lot of different large knife manufacturers use for their blades. It's popular because it's a hard steel, it's a tough steel, it's got good edge retention. It's actually extremely easy to sharpen too, which is nice. So, you know, if you go to some of those big knife brands, you'll see it very, very often, which is nice. We can also see that they do have a black finish on here just to give it a nice contrast on the blade. So that's pretty cool.
That one long slot of a vent is nice looking too.
Yeah. And this is a fairly heavy knife. How much do you think this weighs?
I'm going to go 11 ounces.
11 ounces. Okay.
I think. That's my guess. But I haven't weighed anything today. I'm much better at the guessing game.
Yeah, after we weigh something, we're much better. I'm going to guess 12.8 ounces.
12.8.
I mean, that's a very specific weight. But the reason I'm mentioning that is because the venting takes off a little bit of weight, which is nice. It also gives it a good aesthetic appeal. But yeah, let's go weigh it. Let's actually throw this thing on the scale. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is just the knife by itself. 15 ounces. So we're both way off.
You still won.
Way off.
You still won.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's a heavy knife. It's definitely a heavy knife.
That's cool. That's cool.
but that just means it's sturdy. We can also tell that it is full tang, goes all the way through the scales of the handle. Oh, and I didn't even notice this, that pommel, you could also use for striking. So you could definitely hit something with that, which is pretty cool.
That could probably get through some glass too.
Yeah,
if I was going to guess.
Absolutely. I like how that snapped right into the sheath really nicely
the
too.
Kydex and the formed sheaths are my favorite. I like the click-in ones. Because I feel like the leather's fine, you know, and a lot of people love leather. I like the click-in kind of, right? Because the flexibility of it, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
A little more tactical, a little more adjustable. Because you can't flip this around on a leather sheath, right? It's sewn in.
Yeah.
So with these plastic ones, you can do all kinds of stuff with it.
Anything else we need to say about this?
I like it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's put this over here and let's move on to the next one. All right. What do I want? You know what?
Give me something good.
I'm going to grab this guy.
You're a sucker for punishment.
I saw you guys review this on the Karate Mart channel, and I've honestly been wanting to review it for a while. So.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I think it's here.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. And this is called the Spring-Loaded Stun Baton. Okay.
All right. So I'm already coming into the room with this thing hanging right here.
That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
Normally I don't like sheaths on these things, but I like that holster.
Yes, it's a holster on this guy.
So that looks nice.
Yeah. Well, synthetic leather, a little Velcro closure on it.
It's a funky looking stun baton. But I've honestly been wanting to play with it since I saw you guys use it.
Oh, this is neato. Oh, wait, there's a safety on it?
There's a safety on it.
Okay, cool. Let's see, where's the safety at?
Okay, here.
You show me.
Okay, so we've got a safety here, and we just pull that down, and we click this button. Ooh.
There it is. That's how that one works.
That's pretty cool. So that safety, I think, if I remember your video correctly, it turns it off even when it's out. So it doesn't allow it to spring out, and it also doesn't allow it to shock when it is out. So that's kind of a cool little safety. The other thing I remember you guys talking about was this. I think I pull this little rubber piece out.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got a nice light. Does it do flashing or anything? Any strobe effect? No, it's just a straight light.
Just on and off?
Which is nice. I mean, when I'm out at night, it's nice to be able to, see where I'm going. And then also, if you have an attacker coming at you, you can kind of blind them with that, which is nice. And then it looks like there's one more slot to flip up. And I remember that is a personal alarm.
Yes.
Which personal alarms are really nice because they'll gather the attention of people around you. But I do want to mention to all of you, if you do have headphones on, take them off for a second because this is going to be very loud. All right, let's here we go. Ooh.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That was a nice loud one.
That's gonna get people pointing out of every window. What's going on out there? That's what happens with that. That's what happens to me anyway.
I'm going to put this little rubber piece back in there just because I kind of liked it. Okay, so that's back in there. All right. I don't know how many volts this is. I wonder if it says on the packaging, like how many volts it is or anything.
It says 800,000.
800,000 volts. All right, so if you've seen our videos before, you know that we don't take that number seriously. The manufacturers just put a number on their stun baton or stun gun to make them appear that they're about the same strength of other stun guns and stun batons that are around the same size. Right. So what we like to do is we like to listen to the crackle, which that one was very loud. So just go ahead and do this again to see how loud it is. Okay, it's pretty loud.
Pretty good.
And then the other thing we like to do is we like to actually get stunned to see how effective it actually is.
We do like to get stunned for some reason.
Yeah, we do. Now, this one, I don't think stuns from the top, right? I mean, do you want me to hit
don't shock my fingers.
Okay, well, I'm gonna turn the button. Yeah, see, I'm only seeing the sparks on all of these.
Okay.
So it seems like that's the case.
So up and down the sides.
Yeah. Okay. Paper, rock, scissors. See who has to do it.
Oh, I didn't realize I was up for shocking today. Okay. Yeah, we'll paper, rock, scissors.
Or would you rather just shock me?
No, let's do it.
Okay. All right, we got to close our eyes.
Okay.
Amanda, you call it out.
All right, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Let's see.
Scissors, cut paper.
Okay.
So it's you.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So, and the other thing I do like to state is if you do have an attacker who's actually attacking you, you're going to want to use a stun gun or a stun baton in their neck, in their groin, or in their chest area right near the heart, because those are the areas that are going to be very effective.
Yep.
On our videos, we don't like to do that because we don't want to incapacitate anyone, so we just shock in the arm.
We don't need anybody. We don't need anybody hitting the ground on a weekday at work.
But let's see. It's either way, it's extremely painful. So I figure let's just go for the arm.
Okay.
Okay. Right here.
You tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. Ow! Jeez! Okay, that was pretty good.
This one's pretty
good. That was pretty good.
This is another, okay, so this is another thing with these stun guns, because this one's got a pretty big gap to bridge, right? The distance between the electrodes.
You jerk. You just went in with it. Wow.
That is another indicator that it's got some real juice when it can bridge a gap that big.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, because they're farther apart, and that spark is huge on this
That
guy.
was a big spark. Yeah. I'm digging this thing. The thing I don't like, well, I'm not even going to say I don't like it about it. It is made from some sort of plastic. What would you say that is?
I'm going to say probably just ABS.
Okay, I'm going to guess it's an ABS as well. So unlike some other batons and stun batons, you're not going to be able to strike with this thing. This is not a striking baton. This is a baton that's actually going to scare the heck out of someone because that little snap would scare the heck out of me. And then also it's giving you a little more reach between you and your attacker. So that is the benefit of this specific stun baton.
It's that dramatic extension, electricity, sparks, like...
Boom! Yeah!
I know there's a retributive shocking coming up, I'm sure.
No, I'm putting it away. I'm putting this guy away. I dropped a little piece of rubber there, though. Okay, cool. All right, well, let's put this guy away.
Back in the holster?
The next one. I'm just hand that up there so I don't lose the little rubber piece.
Okay.
Okay, all right, let's grab... I'm going to grab this guy right here. I like this one.
Do ya?
I do. I've shown this off on at least 1 or 2 videos before where we tested out different self-defense keychains. That thing is called the Shar-Key self-defense keychain. I actually really like it because it fits in my hand comfortably and it's got multiple uses for it.
This has got a lot more. This is a lot meaner than some of the other keychains, right? The little tiny ones. It's
yeah.
Like, this is defense. This is like real defense.
So I guess there's a couple of things I don't like about it, but there's a lot of things I do. So the thing I don't like about it most is that it's really bulky.
Yeah.
I mean, you hook this on your keys, and that's a lot stick in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then also you've got these kind of sharp fins on there that I could see them getting stuck in your pocket. So for me, I would say this is probably more of a purse self-defense keychain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The other thing I'm not sure I like so much about it is it doesn't have a big enough palm grip. So if I'm actually going to strike like this, I could see that possibly hurting my hand because there's just not enough in there.
But that goes along with the purse thing because if you're carrying a purse, I say the likelihood that you've got slightly smaller hands is probably pretty high.
That's true, but still the palm grip's just not going to be quite there. But what I do really like about this is there's so many other self-defense aspects to it besides stabbing someone with the fin of a shark. You also can stab someone, you can use this for like a Kubaton almost, like for pressure points like that. I mean, that'll do a lot of damage going up. I actually find that extremely comfortable.
That's putting a lot of pressure on one point because those things are sharp.
Yeah. They're really sharp. And then I also like how comfortable it is to use it like a knuckle duster in a swiping fashion. So it's very comfortable in that respect. And then if we flip it over, we can use it for hammer strikes too, which is very nice. I mean, you could use the head of this thing for hammer strikes as well.
And it's all non-metal too.
It's all non-metal, which is great.
Except for the key ring.
What do you think this is made from?
This is 100%. This is the fiber reinforced nylon.
Okay, okay.
It's too tough. It's just too tough.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move a few of these little things over here. And I just want to strike this pellet here just to see if it hurts my hands.
Okay.
Let's see.
Actually, you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that wrist guard there. That's a little.
Yeah, I'm concerned it's going to hurt my hand. That's my concern. That should be good. Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay, so let's try it. All right, first I'm going to try like this just to see how... Okay, I mean, that just stuck in pretty nicely there, and it didn't hurt my hand at all. So in that respect, that would work pretty well.
Okay.
This is the part I'm concerned about. Is this going to hurt my hand here? Because I have no palm grip on this thing. So not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, it wasn't bad. I was expecting it to hurt worse. It did hurt a little bit.
Okay.
Just because the palm grip actually supports this area and keeps it from hitting in too, which is nice. Let's try it for a hammer strike really quick. I mean, look at that gash it just put in there. I mean, it did a nice gash. So for hammer strikes, it's great. It actually took a little bit off of the tail right there. And then let's try a swipe real quick. So Okay, swipe didn't hurt at all. That was actually, do you want to get that on camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually broke the wood right there. So a swipe didn't hurt at all. So
that's pretty tough. That plastic against wood is pretty tough.
Yeah.
And you don't hit soft.
not usually. Yeah, so you can see it did a little damage to the fin up there. So I would say if you're someone who really needs to use this, a swipe's going to be great, and so is a hammer strike.
Getting hit with that's going to suck.
No matter what. I mean, we're hitting a board. If you're hitting human flesh, even with it just in its standard striking.
Yeah. Oh!
It's going to hurt them a lot more than it's going to hurt your hands. So it's actually a pretty sweet self-defense tool.
That is a pretty good one. Yeah, I like that one a lot too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think there's anything else to say about this, but
it's a keychain.
It's a keychain.
It's a good keychain.
It's a good keychain. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm going to grab this guy right here.
All right.
Okay, skew. Got it.
You got a knife?
Yes. Do we have a knife?
Do we have a
I
knife?
can't believe you asked that. Okay, so this guy is called the Railroad Spike Fist Blade. And I have actually reviewed this one before too on the Karate Mart channel.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's definitely an interesting blade.
Well, let's start off here with the sheath. Okay, so we have a...
Ooh, that's a nice leather. Okay, so that's like a nice genuine leather double stitch sheath. It doesn't have a belt loop.
No
though.
belt loop. This is just a cover.
Just for storage.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's cool if you're a knife collector.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd prefer it to have a little belt loop on there. It would be nice, but
This is interesting.
yeah.
Oh, cool. I like this. So let's see this. Let's see the sheath in action.
Okay.
Because how would you? Yeah, this makes sense. Because how would you put this on your belt anyways? There's no way to grab it because it's.
Oh, true.
Right?
Yeah, because it's curved so much.
Yeah, it's.
Well, you could.
You could.
So kind of the thing with this knife is this is a carbon steel railroad spike that's been hammered and forged into the shape of a knife. So for a collector, I could see really wanting one of these.
The shape of what knife?
Like a karambit, or I don't know. I don't know what that would be.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of like one of those hand axes.
Kind of like one of the axes. Kind of like the ulu too, with that curve on it.
Kind of like an ulu. That's actually perfect. Yeah, more like an ulu.
This is neato. So you twist it up and hammer to railroad
How
spike.
comfortable is it?
It's very. This is very comfortable.
Okay.
This is very comfortable. I don't.
Is that sharp?
It's sharp.
It's sharp up front.
It's sharp. It's sharp from here all the way down. This tip is pretty sharp.
Okay.
This is cool. This is actually a really cool knife.
Here, let me see it if you don't mind. Oh, it's all oily.
It's all oily.
That's that carbon steel. Okay, so if I was going to hold this, I guess I'd put my thumb up here.
Yeah.
Let's test this out. So here's my concern with this knife already, is I feel like the blade's going to flip if I'm going to try using this. I don't feel like I have. Well, you know what? It's covered in oil right now.
Yeah.
So that's not really fair. But let's at least try and test it to see if it hurts. It wasn't the greatest feeling on my hand.
Okay.
Wasn't the greatest feeling. Okay, but let's flip it upside down. In reverse grip, I've got this.
That looks like how you're supposed to hold it.
Yeah. I mean, it feels pretty comfortable like this, and I've got that nice positioning for my thumb, which is great. Yeah, I could see. Okay, so let's test that out. That felt a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this might just be one of those reverse grip knives. Yeah.
If it feels better and it looks better, that's the way it should be.
It feels right in reverse grip, which is nice. I'm actually digging it now that I got to play with it a little bit.
How much does that guy weigh?
Dang. Ooh. I don't know. I'm going to guess 15 ounces on that guy.
Yeah, I'm going to say a pound on this one too. After having now recalibrated on the first one.
Okay, so I got 15 ounces. You're saying 16 ounces.
I'll say a pound, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Let's see it, man. A moment of truth.
Oh, man.
11.8.
We're terrible today.
We're terrible.
Okay. All right. Anything else we want to say about this? I mean, it is nice and sharp, very sharp, and the tip is nice and sharp. And then we can see it's got this little, it's almost like jimping up top.
It is, but it doesn't cover the surface of it.
Yeah.
Like this size polish.
Definitely decorative.
Decorative.
Definitely decorative. But I don't think there's anything else to really say about this,
It's
right?
pretty cool, though. That is a unique one. We've got a lot of unique knives. That one's unique.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, if you guys could just put in the comments which of these weapons you like best this week, let us know what you're interested in seeing more of. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys check out Kombativ.com because we've got all sorts of awesome weapons on there right now. And also check out KarateMart.com because they've got a lot of really cool stuff.
Every week we're adding tons of stuff.
And plus you and Amanda are on the YouTube channel, the Karate Mart YouTube channel every week. So make sure you guys check that out. And make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to our channel if you liked our video. That would be awesome.
And if you didn't like it, still like the video and subscribe to the channel.
We'd appreciate that. But until next week, stay combative.
But not too combative. I don't need to see you on the news hitting random people with this umbrella. I had permission to hit Kyle.